Hello, nerds, Star Wars fans, and other people of the world. Welcome, and today I'll be talking about the Star Wars character Ponda Baba. If you have absolutely no clue who I am talking about, think back to A New Hope, specifically the cantina scene. Do you remember a character getting their arm cut off? Well, that is the character I'll be talking about. His name is Ponda Baba. Ponda Baba was an Aqualish born around 29 BBY on the planet Ando. For most of his life, he was a burly thug. Things got interesting in Ponda's life when he was rescued from a bounty hunter by Cornelius Evazan, who is also known as Dr. Evazan, a former surgeon. The two hit it off and became spice smugglers for the infamous crime lord Jabba the Hutt. The two smugglers were quite successful at their jobs, and they became wanted men. While they were close friends, their relationship wasn't always the best. After all, they were smugglers. At one point, Ponda even considered turning in his partner and friend, Dr. Evazan, for the bounty on his head. He did not go through with this act, however. The pair eventually each adopted new identities. Dr. Evazan took on the name Rufu, while Ponda took on Saki. When visiting the planet Milvain, the pair committed quite a few crimes, each worse than the last. They kidnapped, forced servitude, and even committed surgical alteration. They caught the attention of Milvain Authority officer Tam Polsa, who looked into their case. He tracked them to Jeddah, where Ponda and Evazan had begun to create the Decraniated. These were an order of servants, originally created for Dryden Voss. When Polsa arrived, he, instead of catching Ponda and Evazan, ran into their Decraniated prototype, Case and Bog, whom he fell in love with. When Ponda and Evazan were leaving the planet, they bumped into Jin Erso and Cassian Andor. The thugs were quite annoyed and warned Jin and Cassian. Cassian, not wanting trouble, rushed Jin and himself out of the way of them, and no fists or weapons were raised. Before the destruction of the city by the mighty Death Star, Ponda and Evazan left and headed towards Tatooine. Here, the pair headed to Chal Mun's spaceport cantina, where Luke Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi were looking for a pilot to take them to Alderaan. A drunk Ponda was bored and looking for some excitement, so he decided to pick on what seemed like an easy target, Luke. Ponda and Evazan actually enjoyed picking on gunning down defenseless beings. Gee whiz, I'd never guess. Anyhow, Evazan backed Ponda up, quickly heating up the argument. Obi-Wan attempted to bring peace by offering the pair a drink after Evazan threatened Luke's life. Evazan, however, clearly didn't want this. He threw Luke across the room, but Obi-Wan had had enough. The Jedi slashed Evazan's waist and sliced off Ponda's arm, making quick work of the thugs. Both were incredibly wounded. Ponda now only had one arm, and Evazan now had a slash across his torso. Ponda was much more affected. Evazan attempted to repair Ponda by building him a robotic arm. The attempt, however, failed, and Ponda was nearly killed in the accident. In terms of other information, Ponda wielded an SE-14C Blastech blaster pistol, which was the same weapon of choice for Evazan. Ponda also packed a modified DL-21 with a comfortable grip for his Aqualish hand. On various occasions, Ponda was mistaken for the fellow Aqualish Teek Sidbam, who was a repossession agent. One of the most wanted men in the galaxy, Ponda Baba is truly one of the most scummy beings in the Star Wars universe. Unfortunately, that's going to be all for today. If you like what you see, consider subscribing and or leaving a like. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. Bye!